Hello everyone, Stephen here from Adolescence, and welcome back to another fragrance review. And today I am joined by my wonderful fiance.
Hello.
And today we're going to be sharing with you our thoughts on a brand new fragrance from the house of Michael Kors, and this one is called Michael Kors White. So here's the bottle. It's actually a really nice looking bottle. What do you think of it?
I like it.
Bottle?
It's small. I mean, it's small because of the size, but that was the only size that was available. I didn't see any roll-ons. I didn't see a larger size. That's it.
So this is actually the 1 ounce bottle. It is available in 3 sizes. I'm going to talk a little bit about that in the presentation segment. Bottle actually looks a lot like Calvin Klein's Encounter. I showed it to my fiance. She actually agreed with it a little bit, except the indentation in the bottle is off-center a little bit, so it's not in the same location. So this one was released in just this year, 2014, the year in which this video is being recorded. And even though a perfumer has not been made available for the general public for this fragrance, if I were to take a gander, I would say it's probably Laurent Lagarnec. He has done a lot of other fragrances for the house of Bond No. 9. So he's a very well-established perfumer in the industry. He has done both designer and niche. And the only reason why I'm guessing that he's a perfumer for this one is because he actually composed the original Michael Kors for women. And they do bear a lot of similarities. I don't know if you do
absolutely,
agree. Okay. So I know my fiance has been wearing the original for a very, very long time. She's been wearing the other limited edition, which is called Gold Rose. Also, right behind us, one right next to it. And now this one just came out this year, and the classification is floral. So what do you think about that? Do you think it's true to it?
It's much more floral than the others.
Okay, yeah, I would agree. I would agree. This is actually a very floral fragrance, but floral in a good way. A lot of times when we think of fragrances that are very floral, we tend to, I guess, associate them with like funeral homes or too perfumey, too girly. But I think this one has a lot of personality.
Yeah, I like it.
Alright, so we're going to be talking to you a little bit about what we think of this fragrance's smell. Next up, let's take a look at the presentation for Michael Kors White. The box for Michael Kors White is a pretty standard box. You have the name of the company, name of the fragrance, concentration, size, UPC at the back with the serial number right above that, the ingredients and more information on the back, and that's pretty much it. Now as far as the bottle goes, it does look a lot like the Calvin Klein Encounter bottle with the little indentation here, so I don't think that that's too unique. Name of the company, name of the fragrance. You have a sticker down at the bottom with some relevant information. Cap comes off. You know, it doesn't click into place, but it is pretty snug in there. And it actually serves a dual purpose because this has one of the best mirrors that I have seen in the cap. So you can see my camera, you can see my television. It actually works really, really well. So I like the purpose that it serves as a woman, or, you know, somebody owning this fragrance. If you want to carry it in your bag or your purse, it actually has a pretty nice purpose to it. As far as the atomizer goes, it does spray out a lot of juice. Distribution could be a little bit better. It's pretty narrow, but other than that, that has pretty much been the presentation for Michael Kors White. So, as far as the smell goes for Michael Kors White, there are a lot of notes listed in this fragrance. You have notes like tonka bean, vanilla, narcissus, freesia, tuberose, just a lot of florals. I know gardenia, also jasmine. So, it's a very white floral dominant fragrance. And as far as the classification for this fragrance goes, I think it is very true to form, very true to nature. So, this is a very floral fragrance. And if I were to make a comparison between this fragrance and one other fragrance, I would say it actually bears a lot of similarities to the original Michael Kors for women. And when I looked at the note breakdown for that one, it's actually the 2 notes of freesia and tuberose which give it that floral smell, and this one has somewhat of that same smell, but it smells more like a white floral. It almost has like a cleaner feel to it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you agree with that.
Yeah, I think so. It's definitely much more floral than the original, which makes me a little concerned that I bought it now, but that it should really just be worn for summer and spring.
Oh, I see that.
After I had worn it for a little bit, it kind of got a little creamier, a little smoother than what it was before.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely do think it has a creamy presence. I think that might be due to the tonka bean. Tonka bean is actually a note that has a very balmy, nutty presence, but it also has a vanillic overtone, and a lot of people say it's kind of like creamy and nutty. Now, the sweetness, I didn't get it right away. I haven't been wearing it for a long time either, but when I did apply it, the first thing that you're going to get is a blast of tuberose. Now, a lot of people compare the note of tuberose with the note of iris. And iris is a note that has a reputation for smelling very waxy. Some people would even say it smells a lot like lipstick. I don't think this fragrance smells a lot like lipstick.
Not waxy, no lipstick.
Right, so which leads me to guess that I don't think there's as much tuberose in this fragrance as online fragrance forums claim there to be. I think it's actually a pretty even balance between tuberose, jasmine, gardenia, and I'm also getting another note in here that is not listed in the note breakdown. I'm getting the note of lily, and I say that because this fragrance actually reminds me a lot of another recent release from the House of Le Labo. I actually have the 0.5 fluid ounce bottle of Lys 41. Lys is French for lily. So when I smelled this fragrance for the first time, immediately I was reminded of this fragrance. So I don't know. I mean, I just get a lot of clean white florals, a little bit of that sweetness that you're talking about.
I definitely do get the gardenia. I mean, this brings me back to being at my house in Florida with a lot of gardenia plants around, and the gardenia flower itself has such a potent smell. I mean, a good smell.
Yeah.
But it's just so recognizable that I think because there is gardenia, that's the first thing that hits me. But that based on, you know, previous encounters with gardenia.
Right.
So it definitely brings me back to my house in Florida, the gardenia plants.
And that's another thing that I like about this fragrance is that containing so many florals, as many as it does, could either be a hit or miss. And I think that this fragrance is a hit.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
The reason I say that is because, if I'm not mistaken, and if I remember this correctly, this fragrance also contains another note called aldehydes. And aldehydes have a very sparkling, almost carbonated beverage type of a smell in the opening of a fragrance. And they're very effervescent in nature, and they're very volatile, so they evaporate rather easily. And a popular fragrance, I don't know if you know this, a popular fragrance that contains aldehydes is Chanel's No. 5. So I don't know if you remember, we were in Sephora one day and I said, oh, you want to smell like the 1920s?
Yeah.
Then I had you smell that one fragrance. You didn't like that fragrance at all.
No, that's what you tried to get me to joke around for us to wear on the wedding, but no. No.
And that, we agreed, does smell kind of like an older lady because, let's face it, women were wearing it in the 1920s.
It was disgusting.
Right. And believe it or not, the face of the advertisement is now Brad Pitt.
Yeah, well,
I don't know if you've seen it on TV or not.
He does like older women.
Well, okay. So this one does not smell dated. It does not smell mature. It smells, I think it smells rather professional.
Youthful.
Youthful, also maybe even a little playful, but
absolutely.
Not dated.
Not dated. Not at all. No.
So I love the smell. I think it's a really nice smell. I think it actually has more personality and a lot more depth than the 3 fragrances that were released by Michael Kors prior to this one, which were like, what, glam?
Sexy, sporty, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like any of those.
I don't know.
We sprayed, I think there was 3 or 4.
I think it's 3.
I'm not sure. I think 4. I don't know. But we sprayed all of them, and none of them were, I didn't want to buy any of them.
Yeah.
None of them really
I think one of them was an amber.
Yeah, amber, sexy, sporty, and what was the other one you said before? Glam?
I thought glam or chic, or so, I don't know.
Glam.
I don't even remember. Yeah, it's not very memorable.
No.
But
neither
this one
was the
does
smell
nice.
either. This one's great.
So, what would you say you would wear this for in terms of occasions compared to that one? When would you wear the original? When would you wear this
I wear
one?
the original when I have a full bottle every day. Yeah. Because my bottle's just about empty. I've been using the Gold Rose. This one, I don't think I would wear as much. One, because the bottle's really small.
Okay.
So I'm almost concerned that we wouldn't be able to find it in a larger size, so I would want to be able to save it for a little longer. I don't know, I would wear it now as here and there, but I wouldn't wear this daily. One, because of the season. I feel like it's much more of a springy, summer sort of smell, which, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but has me wondering why they would release it now. It was just released in October.
Yeah.
So why would it be released in October when it's a much more springy floral? I mean, don't get me wrong, not everywhere has winter like we do. So this could be in Florida or anywhere else. If I was in Florida, this is year-round.
Right.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
But here in Jersey, I don't think I'd be wearing this right now. I'll wear it just because I don't care about the seasons. I mean, I wear light blue year-round as well, but I don't know. I wear it whenever. This is more like a dinner one for me, or maybe a special occasion, just because the bottle is small and because of the season right now.
Right. I also think the sales might be compromised a little bit because, as my fiance said, I do think that this is a little bit more suitable for the warmer months, although I think that the performance would justify its wearing in the colder weather, but as far as the compositional nature goes, I think that this is definitely a hotter weather fragrance.
Maybe this was brought out right now just for the holidays as a gift. This was a good idea for them. I mean, Michael Kors is a hit.
Yeah.
Bags, wallets. This could definitely, maybe that was their sale point. Like, let's break out this new, absolutely.
Yep.
Let's break out this new perfume. Everyone who loves Michael Kors is going to get it just because they love Michael Kors.
Yep. Let's
get the perfume because you're going to get it, because that's what I did. I had my new bag, I had the wallet, and then I saw that, like, holy cow. I had no idea. And
might as well complete the set, right?
Might as well. And of course I'm going to try it just because I love the original. And it's one of those things that, it's like when you're going to Sephora or any other of those stores, when you go through the line and you're waiting in line and then they have those little things in the front. Oh, that kills me. Like, we're in Sephora, like, you want to go through all that middle aisle with the $10, you know, eyeshadow or the lip gloss or things like that.
That always happens to me at TJ Maxx or Marshalls.
Oh my god, it's the worst.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the best.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that is there a white collection by Michael Kors? Because oftentimes what companies will do is they'll name a fragrance or a product after a certain collection, like Lacoste Live. They have a live line of clothes. So, do you know of Michael Kors having a white collection?
I want to say no, because I was just recently online, and I didn't see anything with the words white. Usually they're after names, Michael Kors brands. None of them were white, but now remember, we have gold, Michael Kors Gold Rose, both named after colors.
Right.
So now if they're continuing the trend, the other 4 or 3, whichever one it was, I feel like those were just, I don't know, maybe like buffers. That's a good word.
Okay.
Like buffers in between their big hits. So you have the original, you have the Gold Rose.
Yeah.
Then maybe they're like, well, we kind of need to throw something out there in between our next big hit. So those could have been like a buffer.
It honestly could be.
I feel like, you know, this is it. This is a hit.
All right.
The other ones...
Yeah, definitely, guys. Make sure you try it out. I'm pretty sure soon enough you'll be able to find it at major department stores, Macy's, Sephora, Nordstrom, whatever the case may be. Last up, we have the rating for you guys. Thank you for watching. First up, we have uniqueness and overall smell, and I ended up giving White by Michael Kors an 8 out of 10. Your rating?
Likewise, 8.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So I do think that this one is an 8 out of 10 because I actually personally really like the smell. I don't think it's entirely unique due to the fact that it does bear a lot of similarities to the original Michael Kors, but I do think that the florals in this fragrance smell rather natural and they smell very authentic and true to form. So I actually like the way that it smells, and I think it would work perfectly for a number of different occasions, and the longevity is actually pretty good on this one too. What do you think of the smell?
Yeah, when I got this, I sprayed it at the store, but there was nothing left in the tester. I was like trying to get anything out of it, and it wasn't even a full, not even a half a spray, so just a few leftover little dabs. By the time I got home, which was a solid 3-4 hours later, I could still smell what was left on my wrist. So it definitely, you know.
So it's potent.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that leads us into longevity. What did you give this fragrance for longevity?
Definitely an 8.
8 out of 10?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would also give this one an 8 out of 10. I can see 7 to 8 hours with this fragrance. It is eau de parfum concentration, so 6 to 8 hours is expected, and I do think that it performs on par with its concentration. As far as projection goes, what did you give this one?
It's Michael Kors. You can smell it a mile away. I like it.
So, in terms of rating?
We'll go with an 8.
Okay. I'm actually going to give this one a 7 out of 10. Maybe it's just my nose, maybe I'm experiencing nose fatigue, but for me this fragrance radiates within an arm's length for a few hours. I actually think the projection is actually really good, and you're right. A lot of Michael Kors fragrances actually do project very well. What about versatility and occasions?
You can pretty much wear it whenever, wherever, but again, because of the seasons and it's so florally, I wouldn't wear it winter. I really wouldn't wear it fall. I mean, I'll wear it because I really don't care about the seasons or when you're supposed to wear something, but most people probably won't wear it in the winter.
Right. So I'm actually going to give this one an 8 out of 10 for versatility. It's not a unisex fragrance.
No.
I'm only deducting points because I don't think that it would work really well in the colder weather. I think that this would work great in the spring and summer, and I think in terms of age range and occasions, anybody can wear it from a teenager up to somebody in their 30s and 40s, and you can wear this one casually, formally, semi-formally, and even on a night out. And like I said, casually as long as you're able to afford it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. When you said teenager, this is great for a younger girl. If you're in Michael Kors and you're getting her bag or something for Christmas, this is a great gift for a younger girl.
Right. So despite the fact that I don't think it would work too well in a lot of colder winters in colder parts of the world, I think that as far as, you know, the holidays go, this is a pretty good gift to give
Perfect
someone.
size for a stocking stuffer.
It's just unfortunate that I don't think it's going to be you know, found online at a discounted price for at least a few more months.
And there was only maybe 3 bottles left when I was there, and this was the only size.
Okay.
So clearly it's a hit, but good luck getting it.
As far as presentation goes, I'm actually going to go ahead and give this one an 8 out of 10. I think the presentation on this one is really nice. It does bear a lot of similarities to Calvin Klein's Encounter, but I do like the fact that they have this sort of mirror incorporated into the cap that you actually brought to my attention.
Yeah.
Women notice this stuff. I didn't notice it. I think it is a really nice bottle, very chic, elegant, and it almost has somewhat of a timeless look to it. What would you give this one for presentation?
I mean, I think it's cool. I don't know. Maybe I'll go towards the 9.
Okay.
I mean, like I was saying to you before, the mirror part is really cool. If you're a girl who, or your wife or your girlfriend, is the one who carries a really heavy tote bag as a purse, or even, I mean, my purse is about this big. You could easily put this in your purse. Mm-hmm. So if it's something that you're going to wear, if it's the summertime and you're the type of person who likes to carry their perfume around and throw it on after the gym or wherever it may be, it's great to have the mirror because you can, and it's a good mirror. Yeah. It's not the one, you know, looking straight on. You can definitely get a good view of what's happening over here. So that I really like. I think it's just so cute and sleek and small enough that, you know, can fit in a bag and you can carry it around with you. Very well said.
So what would you give this one overall score? Final score. What would you give this one 1 out of 10?
Like an 8.5.
Okay. Right.
And the only reason that 1.5 is off is because it's not year round.
Yeah.
And it is very florally. Very floral. So that if you're not into the flowers, which I'm really not a big jasmine or lily, I'm not a big floral person, but I like it.
Right.
So because it hits you so hard with the florals and because it's not year round, that's the only reason why I'm deducting the 1.5.
All right. I'm actually going to give this one an 8 out of 10. I do think that this is a great smell. There was something about the original Michael Kors that really didn't sit well with me. I think it may have been either the Lang-a-Lang or the Frisia,
and I love it.
One of those notes, and she loves it despite that fact, surprisingly enough.
I hate the majority of your stuff, so.
No, what can I do about that, right? So I actually think that this is an improvement on the original. Yes, maybe the original does have a little bit more of a personality, but as far as it caters to my personal taste, I actually like this one a little bit better. So guys, thank you so much for watching. That has been our review on the newest Michael Kors White for Women. If you own or have tried this fragrance, please let me know what you think by leaving a comment down below. Also, please don't forget to rate and subscribe for future videos and frequent giveaways. So once again, this has been Steven and Jen with another video from Red Lessons. Thanks for watching. Take care.